Hey everybody, this is Joanna Hasselman with EssentialHealth.com. That's ESCENTIAL health.com. It is the middle of the night, and I'm here to talk to you really briefly about fevers. I know it's hard for us to let our kiddos have fevers, but my 18-month-old actually got a pretty high one last night, and so I wanted to let everybody know what I did. 103.8 is a little high for me, and so I did get out my oils, and I've been oiling her since yesterday because she had a fever then, but she was showing all the symptoms and signs of teething, and so I actually got just a tiny bit of fever. I just ran my finger around the orifice and then put a little bit of coconut or olive oil, you can use whatever you have, and put it right on her gums. Now, they're not going to like that, but it actually does numb the gums a lot and will help with any kind of teething pain. But her fever got really high last night, and so I went ahead and got out my thieves and lavender, alternated those two throughout the evening, and then when I thought she was really warm, I went ahead and got out the peppermint and just did one drop between both feet, just to kind of reduce the fever just a little bit. I don't typically give anti-inflammatories. I stopped that with my son, who's the oldest, when he was 3. So it's been 8 years since I have given any of my kids Tylenol or Motrin for a fever or anything like that. They've actually shown now that giving fever reducers can actually prolong an illness for 3 to 5 days. So I'd rather have an uncomfortable kid for 12 to 18, 24 hours than for 3 to 5 days, which I remember doing as a kid. So, when you learn more, you can do better. But I know it's hard for us to do nothing when our kids are sick and they're running fever. But 102 is a fabulous temperature to allow the body to fight virus and bacteria, and so I typically just let the body do what God created it to do and support their systems, as best I can. I give them an ounce of Ninja Red in, their sippy cup, get out the oils and help support their little bodies. So I'll show you how I oiled her when the sun comes up, but I did want to talk real briefly about, fevers and reducing them. Peppermint is a great fever reducer, and you just put one drop on the bottom of the feet. You can put babies in the bathtub in lukewarm water. And we also did chiropractic over the last, 2 days. So anyway, just wanted to let you mamas know it's okay if they get a fever. Definitely look for other signs and symptoms, and monitor and support the body in dealing with those first if there's a fever. But typically it's their body doing what God created them to do, and so I just support them in that. So okay, I'm going to go back to bed. We'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Good morning, everybody. We're back. You can see that my little one is doing much better today since her fever has broken. And I did want to show you a couple of the techniques that I use when I'm helping fight a fever. The oils that I used last night were lavender, thieves, and peppermint. Peppermint is a wonderful, fabulous reducer. There are several out there. Wintergreen is good. Spearmint is good. Copaiba is a great fever reducer and anti-inflammatory oil, and lavender, surprisingly, is very anti-inflammatory. So what I do with my little ones is I'll just take a drop of the oil and I just tip the bottle like that, because a lot of times when you're busy and you're rocking a baby, you only have one hand. And so I'll take that and I'll just rub it on the bottom of their feet. You can also put this, if they've got an ear infection, you can put oils around the ear like that, or on the spine. Spicy oils, as we call them in this house, like thieves or peppermint, I dilute. So I actually have an oil bottle that it has olive oil or coconut oil, and so I'll use that first. Now, because I knew that she was teething, you can also take your clove. Now, clove is in thieves, so I'm just going to show you real quickly, but I just take my finger and I just want to wipe the side of the orifice like that, and then actually put a little bit of olive oil on the tip of my finger and then rub that on her gums. So fabulous thing to do for teething. They're not going to like it. If they throw too much of a fit, you can always put some olive oil or coconut oil on their lips just in case they got some on their lips. But I did want to let you know that everybody is doing great, and we will talk to you all later. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.